We like to keep track of where your tax dollars are going, and we trace tens of millions of them to a charity in a district represented by a powerful congressman. And what good works does this charity do? Good question. Cheryl Atkinson follows the money.
CBS News has learned the FBI is investigating the little-known charity called Commonwealth Research Institute. It's located, like a lot of Congressman John Murtha's pet projects, in his hometown, Johnstown, Pennsylvania. Commonwealth gets the same benefits as the Salvation Army or any other charity. It doesn't have to pay taxes, but you might find its line of work surprising. It's a defense contractor.
It certainly raises a question.
Dean Zerby was a top Senate investigator. He questions Commonwealth's tax-exempt status, saying it seems to do business just like any for-profit defense contractor.
There's a lot of tests to being a charity, and just saying, well, I'm doing research paid for by the government. If that were the test, I'd have 10,000 companies I could line up tomorrow that would be a charity.
If Commonwealth were not a charity, it could owe roughly 1/3 of its profits in taxes. That could add up to millions on more than $45 million in government contracts, but it pays nothing. Documents show when Commonwealth was formed, company officials touted their connections to the local congressman, Murtha. The IRS had its own questions as to why the company deserved tax-exempt status. Commonwealth promised to serve the public by publishing most of their research, but 9 years later, they haven't published a single word. Murtha's hometown, far from Washington, is an unlikely hub for defense contractors like Commonwealth, but they're here because it's Murtha's town, and he has influence over which companies receive billions of tax dollars. Commonwealth Research gets all of its funding from government contracts. As for what taxpayers get in return, it's hard to say. Commonwealth doesn't have a website and won't even tell us how many people work there or how they've spent millions of tax dollars. We went to Commonwealth's headquarters looking for answers. We'd barely parked before a security guard blocked us.
This building, sir, is funded by taxpayer money.
I'm going to ask you to get in your car and leave.
A Commonwealth spokesman told CBS News they have a track record of providing significant value to the military and that all of their work, including a government contract under investigation worth up to $45 million, is classified. The Pentagon wouldn't confirm that. Commonwealth's parent company is another charity, Concurrent Technologies. With help from Murtha and a lobby firm that's under FBI scrutiny, Concurrent has gotten $1 billion in defense contracts and earmarks. At his recent showcase for defense contractors in Johnstown, Murtha was asked about investigations involving firms he's tied to.
What do you think? I'm supposed to oversee these companies? That's the Defense Department's job. That's not my job.
Okay, well, you
guys write these stories. You don't have a clue what this is all about.
There's no evidence Murtha profited from any of these businesses, but critics question how he used his influence to get them so many of your tax dollars. Cheryl Atkinson, CBS News, Johnstown, Pennsylvania.